I am determined to rebuild every tool I pay for right now with AI so I don't have to pay for any more tools. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to build Notion. I pay like $10 a month for the pro plan in Notion. I'm just going to build Notion through AI. We're going to use V0 to build out the UI, and I'm going to use Cursor to build out the actual application. Then when I'm done this, I'm going to unsubscribe from Notion and just use my homemade tool. Hey, if you're paying for it too, you can do the same thing as me, and it's fun building your own tool. Let's go. So this is V0. For those who don't know it, this is an amazing AI tool that will help you build your own UIs. So I'm going to go in here. The free plan's good enough. You can come in here and tell the AI exactly what type of UI you want to build. I want to build a Notion-like app. It should have an editor that takes up most of the screen, but has a left-hand sidebar that shows my note-taking structure. I want to do this in Nextjs and TypeScript. All right, let's go. It's going to build it out. So it's building out the UI for us for our Notion clone. All I had to do was enter one prompt. I'm going to get the UI here. Then I'm going to be able to take this UI, put it into Cursor, and start building out the functionality. Here we go. Looks like a pretty good, simple UI. I like the way it looks. Okay, we can have our notes in different folder structures. I like it. What we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to start building out some of the Notion type functionality that we can do tables, Kanban boards, notes, a lot of other different things. We're going to build that functionality in Cursor. But first thing we're going to do is take this code over and bring it into Cursor. So now we're going to build out our Notion clone in Cursor. This is Cursor, best AI programming tool on the planet. You don't need to write a line of code. You can build out full applications. What we're going to do is come in here and build out our Next.js application. Next is just the JavaScript framework. That's going to be the technology behind our app. Again, if you do everything with AI, you'll be fine. Just follow along with me. We're going to do bunx create next app, period. If at any point you get stuck here and any of these commands don't work, I'm putting all the commands down below. You can easily just come in and do Command K and then ask the AI how to proceed. If an install doesn't work, say, hey, this install doesn't work, and the AI will tell you how to do it if at any point you get stuck. So we have the Next.js application built out. Now we're going to install this component that we just built out in V0. So we're back in V0 here. What we're going to do is we're going to click on Add to Codebase up here, copy this command prompt, come back into Cursor, and paste it in, and then we will proceed. And this is going to install our component straight from V0 into Cursor. So what you can see here is under components, our new component was installed right there automatically through that command. So I'm going to do npm run dev to run this application. This is started running. You can see it here. So this is the boilerplate Next.js code, but I want to now put in here the component we just installed. So let's do this. I'm going to go into page.tsx here. So let's delete everything from the return. We got that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a fragment. Just follow along with this. So then, as you can see here, it auto-completes the Notion clone components. So putting in our new component. There we go. We accept the import here. Save that. So I pull this in here and you can see we have our application. The styling's a little off. The colors, instead of being black, are gray. So we're going to fix that first, and then we're going to implement the functionality. So everything you can do in Notion, from taking notes to adding spreadsheets to doing tables, all of that, we're going to implement that first. But let's fix the styling a little bit so we can see this better. What we can do is we can open up the AI chat panel on the right-hand side here. We can say, the styling of everything in here is gray. Can we make it so the text and elements are black and keep the existing white background? So let's fix the styling a little bit here. It's going in, it's modifying the entire component to make it a little bit easier to see, right? Everything's kind of light gray, which is hard to see. Let's accept this. Let's apply it, accept. I save it with Command S. I pull this back over. Boom! Easy to see now. We got our entire component. This is a test note. Let's see if we can save it. Can't save any notes yet. So we're going to start implementing the functionality. Now we fixed the styling a little bit. I think what we want to do is first we want to make it so we can save these notes. Then I want to go in and be able to create different types of notes, right? You click on a note, it pulls it open here. In Notion, it's very powerful because you can create tables, you can create Kanban boards, you can create notes. We're going to create all those different styles of notes in here too. And by the end of this, we're not going to need to be paying for Notion anymore. We're going to have our own Notion right here. I think the first thing we're going to want to implement is adding new folders. So being able to have multiple folders here. So let's do this. Let's open up our Composer. And right before we implement this functionality, make sure to subscribe for way more videos about building cool stuff with AI. And also hit like and let me know in the replies what other tools you're currently paying for so I can build them out. I want to be able to add new folders to the right-hand side under Notes. I also want to be able to add folders inside of folders. I think the best way to do this is adding a add folder button at the bottom of the left hand nav bar, and when you click it, it adds a folder to whatever is highlighted. If nothing is highlighted, it adds a folder to the root. So my plan here is this. I'm asking it to add a add folder button down here, and then depending on what is highlighted, it adds a folder under that. So if you have work highlighted and you say add folder, it adds it inside. If nothing is highlighted, it adds a folder to the root. So let's hit enter on that prompt, and the AI is going to start figuring out how to build that out. It's going to start creating the code. So I go in here, it's adding all this code for us. It explains the implementation, so it's adding a new input field at the bottom for the sidebar for adding folders. The add new folder button function creates a new folder and adds it either to the root or inside selected folder. And we can just accept that. I pull this over, boom, there we go. Okay, so if I want to say root folder, I can click add folder, and there it is. It's right in the root. That's awesome. So we have the folder. Now let's say, can we highlight personal and say test folder 1? Okay, so we need to get the ability to highlight folders. Let's go back to excellent. That worked well. I like to give positive feedback to the AI so they can train itself to know it's doing the right thing. Now I just need to be able to highlight a folder when I click it so that when I add folders, it can add it nested. All right, so we're doing a follow-up prompt here. Sure, let's modify the code to highlight the folders when selected and ensure new folders are added to the selected folder. Here are the changes we need to make. Glorious. It's setting that up for us. We accept it. I pull this over. Let's see. Okay, so now I can select. Yep, now I can select here, and let's call this folder under personal. Add that. Boom, goes under there. Okay, so the styling's a little off when it's a long one, but that's fine for now. All right, now we want to be able to add notes. Maybe what we do is we add an add note button under add folder. So whatever's highlighted, I could also add the note. Now I want to be able to add notes. Add a note button under the add folder button. Now whatever is highlighted adds a new note under there. All right, so it should be pretty simple. Again, what's really key here when you're building this out is you do it small step by small step, right? You don't want to just do it all at once. You don't want to just type in, build me a Notion app, and then it does it all at once. It's probably not going to work out well, and it's probably not going to be to your liking. But if you do it step by step like I'm doing, add this button, add this button, add this functionality, it's going to turn out really well, and you're not going to run into many issues. All right, so here's what the change you're going to make. They renamed new folder to add new item. We've created a new add new item function. It's basically writing the piping, the code behind it. That's going to make this easy for us to do. Let's accept it. And now when I pull this over, look at that. We have a nice new add note button. Let's click on personal, add note. Oh, we got to give it a name. Note 1. Let's test this. There it is. Boom. Okay. Now I want to make it. Okay. That's awesome. All right. So now we got to make it. Let's connect the editor here to the note we have open. So let's do this. We're going to make it so that when you click on a note, it opens that note in the editor. Now let's make the editor work. When I click a note, make it so it opens up in the editor, which is the main area. Then when I type into that, so we're going to make it when I click a note, it opens that note up in the main area. And then what I'm going to do right after this is make it so I can click a save button. So let's do that. Now let's make the editor work. So it's going to build out the code for us. Again, I'm doing this step by step, right? We're doing it step by step to ensure that this works out the way we want it to work out and we don't run into as many bugs. It's also just good for us because we're learning as we go. If we do this step by step, we can see every step it takes and learn how it's doing the coding. So here's what we're doing. We updated the note item to include an optional content field for storing the note's content. We've added an active note. Okay, so we accept that. Here we go. Shopping list. Shopping list is open. Let's see what happens if I open journal. Journal's open. Okay, now we just need to be able to edit it. So it's opening. Oh, here we go. So we got the editor. This is the journal note. All right. Boom, it auto saves it too. That's awesome. So we don't even need to add saving functionality. Just automatically add travel plans. Travel to Spain. By the way, beautiful country. Travel to Portugal. Highly recommend Porto in Portugal. Travel to New York City to come visit me. There we go. So let's see if that saves. Automatically saves. That's awesome. Okay, so now we got the note functionality in there. Now let's make it so when you add a new note, you get a few different options to the type of note you can make it, right? That's what's kind of cool about Notion is you can make tables, Kanban boards, regular notes. You have a lot of functionality. Let's make it so when you add a new note, in that new note, it gives you the option of what type of note you want to create. So let's do this. I want to make it so new notes could be regular notes, tables like a spreadsheet or a Kanban board. When a new note is created and opened, have it so there's buttons to implement that functionality. All right, so now we're making it so anytime we create a new note, and you click add note and you open it up, you can determine what type of note you want to be. Again, when you're using Notion, it's cool because you can do Kanban boards for organization or you can do spreadsheets, whatever you want to do. This is going to make it much closer to Notion functionality. So here we go. Let's modify the code to allow for different types of notes. We'll add buttons to switch between these types and a new note's created. Here's how we can implement it. We've updated the new note item to include a note type field. So now it's going to have types for every single note. And now the editor is going to be able to change based on which type you select. All right, so let's accept this. Let's pull this back open. Let's go into personal. Let's add a new note. Let's call it new note test. Let's add that note. We go into the new note. Okay, so we got buttons up here. Let's see what happens when we click spreadsheet. Okay, so we get the buttons. Ooh, I like the new logos. So the spreadsheet logo, the Kanban logo, the note logo. Now we just got to implement the functionality. So we got the kind of, we're doing this step by step. We got the kind of framework built out for this now. Now we can go in. Okay, let's first implement the spreadsheet functionality. When creating a new note and the spreadsheet type is selected, make it so an empty spreadsheet /table is created in the note. All right, so we're doing this step by step. We're going to add the spreadsheet functionality, and now our notes are going to be really, really dynamic. So we can create whatever type of note we want. Again, this is kind of the main part about Notion is you're able to have so many different types of notes you can create. So it's building this out for, let's update the Notion clone component to use the new spreadsheet component. Okay, we've created a spreadsheet component that renders a table. So it builds out the entire spreadsheet for us, builds out all this code. Let's accept it. Let's pull this back open. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to journal. We'll turn this to a spreadsheet and boom, we got a spreadsheet. Column 1. And again, we didn't have to code any of this out, right? We didn't need any coding experience. All we're doing is going in and telling the AI what we want to build, and it just does it for us. It's like having a developer that works for us. Column 1, let's do row 1. Boom, and it just saves it. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. I just built it out like that for us. Okay, well now let's implement the Kanban functionality, shall we? Okay, perfect. I like to thank the AI. You know, one day it's going to be smarter than me and want to take me out. So I want to get on its good side. Now let's implement the Kanban board functionality. Please implement a very basic Kanban board that can be edited. All right, so now we're going to implement the third note type, which is the Kanban board. Then we can, after this, do some different styling or do whatever we want. A lot of cool directions we can go into. So it's building out, it really is amazing. But just on that one sentence, look at it. It's building out this entire component for us, line by line. We didn't need to know anything about coding. It's pretty amazing. All right, we've created a new Kanban component that displays 3 columns, to do, in progress. Okay, so it's given us a very basic Kanban board. Users can add new cards to each column. Let's accept it. All right, we come back over here. Let's go to our shopping list and let's open up the Kanban board. Wow, to do, create, Notion, clone, add card. Okay, it adds the card. Use AI. Okay, so it's putting the text in every card as we do it, but when I click add card, it saves the right one. We can fix that functionality very easily. So this is pretty amazing. At this point, we got the functionality of adding folders to our application. We can add notes under each folder. Now in our notes, we can create regular notes. We can create spreadsheets. We can create Kanban boards. Is this an entire Notion application just yet? No, but in the span of 10, 15 minutes, we've built out, I'd call it 70% of the functionality so far. Now we can go back and keep adding in more functionality. I've included the link to the GitHub down below if you want to take this code and edit it yourself. Other cool things you can add in too. If you want to add in AI functionality, you can do that. If you want to add in cool styling, you can do that. If you want to add in the ability to email or share notes, you can do that as well. Check out the GitHub, download it below if you'd like. This is as cool as it gets. Again, you have the power now to build whatever you want. If you're paying for an application, you can be like, nah, I don't want to pay for this anymore. Let me build this. You shouldn't be paying for any of these SaaS applications anymore. You can just build it yourself. That's what I did right here. Right now. So now what I'm doing is I'm going back. I'm building out every application I'm paying for. You should do the same thing. If you want to follow me building out all the applications I'm paying for, make sure to subscribe below. Make sure to turn on the bell notification. Make sure to hit like, and then let me know what other applications you're paying for you'd like to see me build. I'll build out whatever you're paying for. Let me know down below in the reply section. I'll build it out for you. I've created a ton of videos and other applications I'm building too, so make sure to hit my profile and check out one of the other applications I've built. Hope this is helpful. I help you build a ton of really cool stuff with AI. Keep it tuned in, and I'll see you in the next video.